One way that God spoke to me this weekend,
I thought that there was going to be less people, you know.
I want to be on my phone less.
I didn't expect there to be like so many people, and the building that we're in is like super big.
Before you came to GYC, what did you think it would be like?
I thought that there was going to be less people, you know. But then when I came here, there was like so much people. And I was like, that's a lot of people, you know.
I would have to say, outside of the amount of people that were here, one thing that definitely surprised me the most was I guess we could go with variety of speakers during the main programs. I was expecting maybe like one speaker at best or two, but no, each specific plenary, I believe they're called, had at least 3 different people that were speaking. There was, I believe, Mr. Kim, who spoke in the mornings, and Pastor Jermaine, who spoke in the evenings, with different people speaking in between them. And they all gave very different sermons, but all pretty good sermons in my opinion. So that's probably what surprised me the most.
To be completely honest, I'm not sure. But I did really like our first seminar. It was about the media and how we're kind of just so addicted to it, and we're walking around and we're just on our phones, and it's changing the psychology of our entire world. And I learned a lot. And that hour, it was amazing.
Before I came, I just thought it was just gonna be like a bunch of meetings where you just sit all day, and I didn't think there'd be this many people. I thought it'd be more like maybe 500 people or something less than that.
Was there a moment that you felt God really reaching out to you this weekend?
I would have to say probably during Friday night, while Pastor Jermaine was giving the appeals. I personally didn't go up per se, as I had already been baptized, but just feeling God's presence, seeing how he was working in other people definitely was a good experience to have for myself as well, just kind of recommitting myself to God that night.
While being here at GYC, God showed me that I could always try to rebuild that relationship that I had with him.
The moment I felt God reaching out to me was when Pastor Ted Wilson was talking about Jesus' second coming. Although I know he's coming back, that moment made me feel like, wow, like Jesus is really coming back, and I should do more things for him.
one way that God spoke to me this weekend was that in one of the sermons, he kept saying how no matter what, with God, anything is possible. And that was really encouraging to me for things like school and tests and homework and studying, that you just have to keep going and you can pray for God for help.
What's one experience that you're not going to forget?
Running into all those people that I haven't seen in a long time. It was really nice to get to know them again, I guess, even if I didn't get to talk to them much, but just to see them. It was so surreal. It was different, and I'm never going to forget that.
The way they had us eating, it was very interesting. I was not expecting that, and I will definitely never forget that. But it was cool because we did get to like sit with people that we didn't know, even though I didn't necessarily talk to them. It was still nice.
An experience I'll never forget was the outreach. I loved our group. We were in the bus. I love how we were very outgoing, and we were doing cheers and all that stuff.
I was in a seminar on how to study the Bible, and the dude there, he was talking about that in everything that the Bible talks about, there's always the glory of God, and I feel like that was just nice to know. So every time I would study the Bible, I would try to look for the glory of God in the story or passage I'm trying to study.
What are you leaving here with?
I feel very encouraged because this weekend showed me ways I could share the gospel and be an Adventist, waiting for Jesus to come back and warning the others about it.
One thing, like I mentioned the media earlier, I want to be on my phone less. Honestly, I want to be able to spend a bit more time with my family rather than using it as a getaway, as a way of just avoiding people, which music is my world, but at the same time, it also separates me from the people I love, and I would like to make that connection again.
Here we are on the second to last day of GYC in Orlando, Florida. Initially, when I thought about this trip, well, actually, it wasn't even me. it was something that God definitely placed upon my heart, was to bring a group of young people to GYC so that they could have an experience with God. I didn't want to bring them to Orlando just so that they can have fun or have a vacation or just have a nice trip. I wanted them to experience God in a way that they may never have experienced God before. And guess what? That's what happened. I brought them down here with a group of 3 other chaperones, and we have got to experience so much. Besides experiencing the airport, the traffic, the delays, all of the busyness and the people, the exhaustion, we got to watch these young people encounter God, experience God in meaningful ways. They were sitting in seminars and hearing the word of God preached and learned how to give Bible studies. They went door to door teaching and educating. None of this, none of what we have done, none of what we are currently doing would have been possible without you, without each and every person who said, I want to donate for these young people to go down to Orlando, to go to GYC, to share their faith, to learn about their faith. Your donation was a seed that was planted that may grow into eternity. I just want to personally say thank you. Thank you for what you've done. I know each one of these young people who are here are extremely thankful for this opportunity. And just know that they have been touched and changed by what they've experienced here. Thank you so much for what you've done.